Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this is another episode of Real Life Solutions with Uncle T. I was listening to a video today, and I was just coming through. Somebody had sent me something about Shannon Sharpe, and I said, Shannon Sharpe is nothing more than a whistleblower. He's being treated just like a whistleblower. And the reason why I say that, I worked for the federal government for many years, prison systems for many years. Man, I've seen so many whistleblowers. I've seen so many people get dogged out. And Shannon Sharpe is what he's experiencing, is what whistleblowers experience, you know. And I was listening on the podcast that Monique had receipts. She had receipts for everything. And she was just, dropping bombs. And, they said not Malik, but Monique allegedly had a lot of things to say about Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. And, and I was looking at, when Shannon was talking with Cam Newton. And he said that his guy told him that they're going to be coming for you, and a lot of that just reminded me of whistleblowers. And a lot of times when a whistleblower begins to tell things that he's not supposed to tell, or in this situation you allowed people to come onto your show and tell stuff, so now you're being treated just like a whistleblower, right? And because one of the things that with the whistleblower, and Shannon said that I haven't done anything. I haven't said anything. I haven't done anything to these people. I just let people come on my show. I let them say what they have to say. I let them tell what they have to tell. I don't cut them off. I just let them say what they want to say. That's the problem. The problem is that you let them come on your show and they start dropping dimes. They start naming names. They start telling secrets. They start letting the cat out of the bag, and they start just telling everything about the industry, and a lot of things people did not know. Just like when Cat Williams came on, that just really just blowed up everything. When Cat Williams came on, and I watched that, I was just blown away by some of the things Cat was saying. And Cat was, I never realized, I didn't know that Steve Harvey had a problem with Bernie. Steve acting like he just friends with everybody. I did not realize that these guys were not good friends behind stage. That kind of blew me away, because I was like, wow, I didn't know he had a beef with Bernie like that. So Cat really set it off. Cat really set the thing off to where it was just, Cat was just like a whistleblower. Cat was just a whistleblower. He saw things with the industry, and he's no different than you people you see on 2020, 60 Minutes, Nightline, Dateline, and they're whistleblowers, and they're just telling their side of the story, and they're telling everything that goes on within a company or organization. And that's what Cat did. And that he was just like a whistleblower. And Shannon, they trying to shut Shannon down, maybe because they don't like, I wouldn't say it's so much that they hate Shannon. They just hate what Shannon represents. And people are afraid that if people like Cat, Monique, and other people come on the show and start dropping dimes and start telling what people are doing behind closed doors and backstage and who's behind what, the powers that be are afraid that somebody gonna come on that platform and gonna really drop a dime and say something that nobody knew, that may link them to some type of crime, link them to something very bad that they do not want to get out into the public. So they see his show as a threat, and they have to shut him down. They try to shut him down. And one of the things that when you are a whistleblower and you are telling things, the first thing people have to, they act like narcissists. The first thing they have to do is devalue you. First thing, you're crazy. You got a bad attitude. You, like I've heard, you're hard. Like they told Monique, I don't know why I keep saying Monique must be thinking about my son, because my son's name is Malik. I gotta get out when I get done with this. I gotta give him a call, make sure he's all right. And they narcissists will try to break it down, paint a picture. You're crazy. You're a bad person. Like it did with Monique. You're hard to work with. Anybody that works with you, they're gonna have problems. They have to discredit you. You are a poor employee. You're bitter. That's one of the reasons why they try to put Club Shay Shay on the chopping block, because Shannon is the most watched podcast of all time. Okay, he's the most watched podcast of all time. Allegedly, people in high places are trying to get the man shut down because they can't afford for somebody else to come on that show and mess up something, because The Color Purple with Oprah Winfrey was supposed to be big bucks. That's supposed to be big money. And somehow Taraji allegedly messed that up to where Oprah didn't make a lot of money off of that. A lot of people talked about how allegedly they were treated on set, and how they were treated, just treated so bad and so poorly, and how they were lowballed when it come to making money. And that's one of the reasons why Shannon has to understand that he didn't understand that why people would be coming for him like that. And I'm like, Shannon, I could have told you, bro. I could have told you your show, they was going to come after you, because and like I said before, it's not the fact that they were coming after Shannon personally. They was coming after Shannon for what Shannon's show represented, but because it was his show, they're coming after him to try to shut him down, so that nobody else could be able to have a platform like that, to be able to speak their mind, tell secrets, tell what goes on behind stage, who's doing what, start naming people, not saying them, they, and like Monique said, the production, the producers. No, we're going to start naming people. We're going to start telling who did what, when they did it. That's why the show is in, that's why people are coming for him. And when you're dealing with people like Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, these are the type of people, these are billionaires. These are the type of people, just like P. Diddy. They pick up the telephone. Anything could happen. Shut them down. They need to shut their mouth. We need to quieten them. It's no different than gangsters or mobsters who pick up the phone. They need to disappear. Not to say that that's Tyler Perry or Oprah Winfrey, but we know the scenario that people in power can just pick up the phone and make things happen. And I have learned that people in power always want to paint themselves as good people. They always want to paint themselves as good people and always want to paint the picture, oh, me? How could I do anything like that? Do you not know who I am? And they always paint themselves like that. And they're always going to make you be the bad guy. You're going to be the fall guy. And because they have money and they know people in high places, and they're able to pull it off. And that's what's so bad about it. And I used to see so many good people get messed up who I know they was telling the truth, And people who are powers that be, they nothing happened to them. But the person who was the whistleblower, the person who told the truth, that's the person who got jerked around. And I've seen people get jerked around for telling the truth. And that's the kind of world we live in, where telling the truth is evil and telling a lie is good. And that's the kind of world we live in. And I've seen a lot of good people get messed up because they decided to tell the truth. How in the world you can lose your job and be blackballed for telling the truth? But yet these people who are in power, they say they have integrity. They say that they hate a liar, but yet they are the liars. And they despise people who tell the truth. And every organization has a policy about retaliation. If you see something wrong, you tell somebody. If you see something wrong, you tell your supervisor, you tell your manager, or you report it. As soon as you report it, you're a whistleblower. And as soon as you tell, guess what happens? People will start coming for you. They'll start watching you because, oh, I see we got a snitch. I see we got a snitch. Okay. And they say whistleblowers are protected by the federal policies, that whistleblowers, we won't tolerate retaliation. We won't tolerate whistleblowers being attacked. If you talk to any whistleblower out here that's in the world right now, they will tell you that is a lie. Every whistleblower I have ever heard of has been attacked, defamed, belittled, treated unfairly. They try to steal and take everything from you possible. And that's where Shannon is right now. Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay is in the same category as a whistleblower. And they're coming for you to take everything that you got, to make you just look small, that you were just a fly-by-night guy. You had your fun, but we had to spank you, and we had to go ahead and take you down. You know, and we see that. See that all the time. People who have gotten blackballed. I think of Colin Kaepernick. Took a knee every time the flag was played. Didn't say anything. Just took a knee. Played football, just took a knee. You know? And was very passionate about how he felt about the injustice in America when it came to African American people. You know, some people say, well, you know, he could have did it in some other kind of way, but he didn't have to disrespect the American flag and not stand and put your hand on your heart and pledge allegiance to it. You know, for some people, it's kind of hard to pledge allegiance to something that has destroyed their families' lives and destroyed a race of people. It's very hard for some people to do that. You know, and I think about, Michael Vick, who was dogfighting. And, you know, Mike lied. He lied, said he wasn't dogfighting, and they found him guilty of dogfighting. Whole career, one of the best quarterbacks of all times. Whole career gone. But we say we in a Christian country. We the United States is we were based on Christian principles that we claim that we love. You know, you do wrong, we forgive you, and you move on. And certain people in this country can move on. Certain people, you get blackballed and you don't get another chance. It's over, and that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is in the world we live in. You know. And I look at like somebody like Cam Newton. Cam Newton, allegedly, I remember something in the news down in the Charlotte observer. He said something negative about women or something allegedly in the newspapers. Seemed like after he said that situation went down, man ain't played football since. Can't get a job doing nothing. You know, so we just live in a country where everything, when you say something and somebody don't like it, there's always going to be some type of consequences because your little feelings are hurt. Um, I don't know. I'm just old school. I grew up in the 60s. I come from the 60s era where men talk like men. And we live in a time now where everybody has cotton candy emotions, little Charmin tissue feelings. It's so soft, and nobody can take anything. You can't say anything, even in the workplace or even in a casual conversation with somebody. If somebody overhears the conversation, oh, I just felt so offended. And that's the world we live in. We live in a world now where you would think billionaires and millionaires would have thicker skin, but they just as soft. They just as soft as everybody else. And my advice to people: don't try to come out here being hard and got so many opinions to say on your little shows and stuff. Your little comedy shows and all this kind of stuff, but you're not willing to come on in a platform and say it in front of everybody. Don't say it in front of a couple of people. Say it in front of everybody. One thing I like about Cat wasn't scared. Even if he was scared, he had courage. It takes courage to come out on the platform and just lay it all out there. Monique, same thing. Came out there, had courage. Laid it all out there. Everybody say she's bitter. Oh, she's a bitter woman. Yeah, y'all cost that woman all kind of millions of dollars. I'll be bitter too. I mean, here it is. My family could have benefited from all the millions of dollars you cost me. It is what it is. But, Shawnetta Robinson, she made a comment. She said that people don't understand it until it happens to them. Said pain is real. Pain changes people and people don't care. And that is the true fact. And that goes all the way up the chain of command to the highest you can go, to billionaires and millionaires. People do not care. I don't care how much they come on TV, try to win your emotions, play with your heart. They do not care. All rich people care about is their money and their success. And that's what they care about. They love to be worshiped. They love to be told how great they are. They always want to be in the spotlight, and they love to be lifted up in admiration, almost like being a narcissist. Thing you will learn. And I have worked with many people in business, and I've been around poor people, I've been around rich people, and I'm telling you, there are different levels. And what Shannon found out, that this Hollywood level and this level of millionaire and billionaire status and these actors and things like that is a whole beast all by itself. And it's not like regular people, that these people live in a whole nother dimension. So don't be surprised. And I believe a lot of that stuff Cat was saying. I truly believe that. I believe Cat was probably the most realest individual that just really told the truth. I believe Monique told the truth. I really do. And then Shannon, you keep on fighting, man. You keep on fighting. Fight for your show. Don't let these people run you off, because that's what they want to do. Because trust me, for somebody to come at you this hard, you done stumbled onto something that somebody did not want you to have. And they didn't think that you were going to blow up like this. They didn't think that. For somebody to come at you this hard to shut you down, brother, you got a gold mine. And you got the powers that be terrified. They are terrified, shaking themselves to death, because they have so much to lose And you might get that one person that come on your show and tell something that you didn't even expect for them to say, and just let the cat out of the bag. But give me those likes. Give me that. Those, if you haven't joined my channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And then anytime I put a podcast out, you'll be notified. And you guys take care of yourself and be safe out there and love one another.